Elon Musk has caused an earthquake by suggesting that at the next UK general election in 2029, the established parties, left and right, Labour and the Tories, will be, in his words, crushed at that next.
What happens when a tech mogul known for shaking things up decides to step into the political arena? Elon Musk, famous for his electric cars, rocket launches, and Twitter takeover, is now caught up in an unexpected clash with UK Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer. Could this be the moment where politics and technology intersect in ways we never saw coming?
MPs to summon Elon Musk to testify about X's role in UK summer riots. Yeah, you summon the richest man in the world who owns the most influential political media platform, who's best mates with the leader of the free world.
It all kicked off with a simple tweet. Starmer stated that his government would stand against attacks on mosques and Muslim communities, which prompted Musk to ask why the Labour leader wasn't also protecting all communities. This back and forth quickly heated up, with Musk using his massive platform to voice public discontent with Labour's stance on issues like immigration, public services, and free speech. By the way, if you're liking this content and want more insights, don't forget to subscribe and help us spread the word. Thanks for your support. Now, back to the topic.
After hundreds of Muslim men violently attacked a pub and an individual man in Birmingham last night, Musk today took to the social media platform to ask the Prime Minister, why aren't all communities protected in Britain?
As the situation intensifies, it brings up crucial questions about democracy in our tech-driven world. Is Musk acting as a voice for the people, pointing out the shortcomings of a disconnected government, or is he crossing the line, using his influence to push his own agenda? Let's dive into the complex dynamics of this growing conflict and what it means for the UK and beyond.
You totes summon that guy. I mean, it's so absurd on the face of it. And they say, yeah, they want the opportunity to cross-examine Musk. Yeah, lol, good luck with that. But they're saying it appears unlikely that Musk will appear. Of course it's unlikely. I mean, the disinformation seemed to come largely from other countries. It didn't come from the United States. It didn't come from Elon Musk. It seems like it came from outside countries interfering.
Keir Starmer, the leader of the UK Labour Party, has been under fire for several months due to his perceived failure to engage effectively with the public. The recent involvement of Elon Musk in the discourse has exacerbated Starmer's already vulnerable position. His approval ratings, which were once a source of confidence, have now plummeted to an alarming -38, prompting Labour insiders to question his capability.
Elon Musk has been accused of being in charge of a platform that's been spouting fake news and inflaming tensions. Whose side are you on when it comes to this?
Well, I'm not entirely sure that Elon Musk is right when he says civil war is inevitable, because it's not inevitable in this country. We're English, after all. But he is correct when he calls Keir two-tier Keir. Without a shadow of a doubt, we have got a two-tier policing system and have had a two-tier policing system for many, many years.
The Labour Party's approach to pressing issues such as soaring inflation, public service strikes, and rampant immigration has further estranged its core voter demographic. Although Starmer has sought to present himself as a figure of competence and determination, many perceive his efforts as superficial and lacking in genuine impact. Musk's incisive critiques have brought these shortcomings to the forefront, compelling Labour to address its increasing disconnection from the electorate.
We find out a lot of it wasn't disinformation.
That's the real question. How much was suppressed by authorities? That's the question we're all asking. I don't know what we're allowed to say about it. That's the question, not did Elon Musk do a bad tweet.
Musk's involvement has not only tarnished Starmer's reputation, but has also unveiled significant structural challenges within the Labour Party. From policy missteps to leadership dilemmas, the party's difficulties are now under scrutiny, with Musk serving as a relentless adversary. This confrontation has not only altered the political dynamics, but has also underscored the vulnerability of Starmer's leadership during a pivotal time.
He'd say all those things actually in the committee. This is a good reason to get Elon to turn up. He can fight the side of the argument.
That's actually a good point, but the way they phrase it as summoning is clearly, a sort of flex to say, and you see the EU doing this, saying we're more powerful than you. The trouble is, they're doing that with their own citizens. They're saying to their own citizens, we're more powerful.
Elon Musk's adeptness with social media has significantly influenced his political engagements. As the proprietor of X, he has direct access to millions of users globally. enabling him to circumvent traditional media outlets and express his opinions without filters. This distinctive advantage has established him as one of the most prominent figures in contemporary global politics.
Billionaire innovator in the world, Elon Musk along to it. There's no doubt Keir Starmer has had massive sort of criticism from Elon Musk.
His viral success is not merely coincidental. Musk's tweets frequently resonate with public discontent, addressing concerns that matter to everyday citizens. His critiques of Labour's immigration and public safety policies have resonated with many Britons who feel increasingly alienated from the political system. By voicing these frustrations, Musk has emerged as a representative for the dissatisfied.
We just witnessed his impact on the U.S. election, which earned him a role in the upcoming Trump administration. Now, the Tesla CEO, ex-owner, and SpaceX founder has his sights set across the pond on British politics.
Nonetheless, Musk's approach to social media is not free from criticism. Detractors contend that his tweets often reduce complex issues to simplistic terms, exacerbating divisions instead of encouraging meaningful discussions. Some have accused him of misusing his platform, citing instances where his remarks have sparked intense debates and even public disturbances.
He joins us live from London to explain. Matt, what is Elon Musk up to now?
Yeah, well, Jonathan, obviously he's been spending a lot of time trolling, and not just political figures in the United States, but even MSNBC, as I know you've been paying attention to over the past week or two. But, we've just been seeing this worldwide, and of course he's buoyed by his recent victory.
Regardless of the backlash, Musk's influence is undeniable. His capacity to shape narratives and sway public opinion has compelled politicians like Starmer to confront a new landscape, one where social media can significantly impact political trajectories. As this dynamic evolves, Musk's social media tactics remain a formidable, if contentious, force in transforming British politics.
Petition on the Parliament website has called for a new general election, and it's gathered almost 3 million signatures at the point we are recording this, and it's going up. It's the third largest petition since 2010. It's also a little bit ridiculous, but it was referenced by Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch at this week's PMQs.
What began as a modest initiative rapidly gained traction following Musk's endorsement. His retweet transformed a local concern into a nationwide movement, with the hashtag #AnswerThePeople trending on various social media platforms. The swift expansion of the petition highlighted the influence of digital activism in today's political environment.
Should resign and find out. Until then,
I'll decide when there's more.
Mr. Speaker, until then, I'm the one asking the questions. There's a petition out there, 2 million people asking him to go.
Despite its achievements, the petition encountered considerable resistance from the establishment. Detractors dismissed it as a mere publicity stunt, alleging that Musk was interfering in British politics for his own benefit. The mainstream media's hesitance to report on the petition further ignited public frustration, with many accusing journalists of shielding the Labour government from critical examination.
Do we think that Donald Trump and his allies right now, preparing for government, really care very much about what Keir Starmer thinks about anything? Do we need to side with the US? Do we need to side with the EU? Because it's very clear Keir Starmer is not the top favourite person of the likes of, say, Elon Musk. He had an absolute idiot decision when they had the massive big cyber internet, tech-savvy summit.
In the end, the petition evolved into more than just a demand for a general election. It became a representation of national discontent and a billionaire's capacity to amplify that sentiment. Whether it will result in concrete political change is uncertain, but its effect on public awareness is unmistakable.
Well, Elon Musk is pointing to the complete collapse of public support for Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who of course has only been in the job since July. But if you look at the polls, Keir Starmer's net ratings have collapsed to minus 38.
Nonetheless, Musk's opponents argue that his strategy is overly reductionist. They assert that his emphasis on high-profile issues overlooks the intricacies involved in maintaining public order within a diverse society. Some have accused him of exacerbating divisions by presenting the matter as a stark choice between freedom and oppression.
Someone that's not shutting his mouth anytime soon, Elon Musk. Have you seen what he's tweeted? I absolutely found it fascinating. I sit there with my popcorn watching it. I think it's great. He's tweeted out Keir Starmer's, I've got to say, massively plummeting approval ratings, and he's predicted that all establishment parties in the UK will be crushed in the next election.
Elon Musk's commitment to free speech has struck a chord with numerous individuals despite the surrounding controversies. In an era where political correctness frequently overshadows public dialogue, his readiness to confront established norms has rendered him a divisive yet undeniably impactful participant in the global discourse on civil liberties.
With a good percentage of our country. So I expect him to benefit. The question really, whether Musk turns out to be right, is whether the Tories manage to get their act together. If they do,
Musk's foray into political commentary aligns with a wider trend among technology leaders such as Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. Their initiatives, whether through media ownership, philanthropic efforts, or social media platforms, afford them significant power to influence narratives. Nonetheless, Musk distinguishes himself through his direct and often provocative style, engaging in real-time debates and taking clear positions on contentious matters.
Keir Starmer. Now, he's been tweeting a lot over the past year against Keir Starmer and against the Labour government, but it really has picked up a lot over just the past couple of days. And I want to show you on Sunday his tweet. I don't know if we're calling it tweet on X, a platform that he owns. He wrote, "The people of Britain have had enough of a tyrannical police state." And you can see there he was tweeting along with a survey, a petition that the government would be obliged to take up, or at least the parliament would be obliged to discuss after it reaches a certain number of signatories. And this is a petition calling for a rerun of the elections that brought Keir Starmer to power.
Supporters regard Musk as a vital disruptor, bringing to light systemic problems that traditional media and politicians tend to overlook. His readiness to advocate for marginalized groups and challenge established norms resonates with many who feel sidelined by conventional systems.
Overwhelming majority just as recently as last July. Now, that petition, which had 1 million signatories when Elon Musk retweeted that, it now has 2 million and climbing. So it looks like it's at least going to have to be maybe discussed by the parliament as part of those rules. The day before,
Musk's involvement in politics has highlighted shortcomings in the traditional media's handling of controversial figures and topics. By communicating directly with his audiences and circumventing journalists, he has challenged the conventional gatekeeping roles that media organizations historically maintained.
that the voice of the people is a great antidote, showing the declining popularity levels for Keir Starmer, whose government, while it was, again, elected to an overwhelming majority back in July, has been facing quite a few problems and quite a few things that have caused it to become.
Musk's strategy, in contrast, is rooted in transparency, or at least the appearance of it. His readiness to express candid opinions, participate in discussions, and acknowledge errors has garnered him trust among those who perceive mainstream media as excessively filtered and biased. His ownership of X amplifies this effect, as he oversees a key platform for real-time news and public discourse.
What did 10 Downing Street say in response to all of this hazing over the past couple of days? Well, almost nothing. We heard from Keir Starmer from 10 Downing saying that they're not surprised that the people of Britain want another election, even though we just had one here back in July, very recently. So actually, the Prime Minister has come into some criticism from the left-wing politicians here who say that Keir needs to stand up to Elon Musk. And this really just goes to show what has changed.
Nonetheless, detractors contend that Musk's approach undermines the quality of journalism. By emphasizing speed and shareability over depth, social media often compromises context, making it challenging for audiences to grasp intricate issues fully. This results in a cycle where traditional media finds it increasingly difficult to keep pace, further diminishing public confidence. Musk's influence in British politics illustrates both the opportunities and challenges of digital democracy.
Complaints by other X-users that the British criminal justice system treats Muslims more leniently than far-right activists. Although Starmer avoided commenting directly on this,
platforms like X have made information more accessible, allowing everyday citizens to engage in political discussions like never before. However, this has also centralized authority among platform owners, raising important questions about equity and responsibility.
The owner of X, Elon Musk, has been tweeting over the past few days about your response to this crisis, about what's been going on. He's claimed that civil war in the UK is inevitable. He is a powerful voice. A lot of people follow him on Twitter. Are you worried about his impact, or might he have a point about some of the things he's saying?
My focus is on ensuring that our communities are safe.
Musk's engagement has notably amplified voices that might otherwise remain unheard. His retweet of the petition advocating for a general election exemplifies how digital platforms can empower grassroots initiatives, effectively challenging established power dynamics.
Well, Elon Musk is certainly not intimidated. He continues to speak out, particularly on what's happening in the UK right now, much to the frustration of the elites. It all started when Elon Musk said that what we're seeing with rioting in the UK was inevitable and that civil war is probably likely because of unchecked immigration.
The discussion also encompasses the issue of content moderation. As the proprietor of X, Musk has been criticized for perceived hypocrisy, promoting free speech while enforcing policies that some argue suppress dissent. This situation underscores the difficulties of maintaining a balance between openness and accountability in a digital democracy.
They all attacked Elon Musk and said he should pull his head in, but he hasn't. Have a look at some of the stuff he's been posting just recently. He posted this image of 3 people convicted of different crimes, but got vastly different punishments. I think we've got the image ready to show you. Here we go. On the left, you've got someone Musk says made a racist comment, got 15 weeks jail. In the middle, someone who sold anti-immigration stickers and for that got 24 months in prison. And on the far right, someone who repeatedly raped a 12-year-old girl and got a 2-year suspended sentence doing 180 hours community service with no prison time, asking what the hell is going on.
Elon Musk's entry into British politics represents more than just a clash of personalities. It embodies a confrontation of ideas regarding democracy, leadership, and the influence of technology in society. His critiques of Keir Starmer and the Labour government have ignited a national conversation, compelling both politicians and citizens to face uncomfortable realities about the country's condition.
Our first duty has to be to our communities to keep them safe. That is my sole.
As Britain navigates the complexities of contemporary challenges, such as rising inflation, social unrest, and diminishing public trust in institutions, the discord between Musk and Starmer reflects broader societal tensions. It is a narrative of a nation at a crossroads and a billionaire who is unwilling to remain silent. If you found this content insightful, please like and subscribe to our channel. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.